NCAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
With the best in local sports talk. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, you get it tonight now. Fiesta Bowl, college football playoff semifinal. That is Ole Miss in Miami. Tomorrow night, the Peach Bowl, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, Indiana and Oregon. And by Saturday, you will know who will play in the national championship game. Good morning to you, boys and girls, and happy Thursday. Lots going on a very busy day. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. How you living, dude?
Good morning.
Time to get home.
Not too late.
No? That's the beauty of the charter, isn't it?
It's the beauty of the charters when you got them.
JJ Buck, of course, the voice of Lobo women's basketball. Lobo women were in Fort Collins last night, where they got a huge victory, handing Colorado State their first home loss of the season. Not sure when these two teams are going to play again, especially up there. 66-59. New Mexico closes on a 24-11 run to go to 4-1 in conference play. Layla Abdurraqib was the big player last night, JJ, a freshman with, 25 points out of, I don't know, out of nowhere, but certainly in a big game when it mattered, you need someone to step up, and there was the freshman last night.
She's been good all season long. You look at her role on this squad, it's been to settle things, to be the most consistent three-point shooter as a true freshman, and it was just one of those games where she just looked different. Like in the fourth quarter, hitting big shots, and then she hit one late in the game, that shot clock winding down. Colorado State put the clamps on, like, where's this going to come from? It was like NBA range left wing as the shot clock expired. Just an amazing performance from the freshman.
Man, it was big. Joanna Magales also played really well last night. So the Lobos will come home. They'll play Nevada on Saturday, and they're 4-1. That, was Colorado State considered? I don't know. It's UNLV and Colorado State, right? That were considered the two best teams?
Oh, San Diego State.
San Diego State?
So San Diego State's undefeated, as is UNLV in conference play. And this is a huge game. This was also one of the early tests for Colorado State. They were off to a 4-0 start, and they are good. Like, I think Brooke Carlson is the fastest player I've seen this season with the basketball in her hand. And
Yeah, you've
playing
seen some.
5 Big 12 teams.
Yeah, you've seen
Like it's a good team, and it's always hard to win up there. But that's back-to-back wins in Moby Arena and a double dose of Lobo dubs in Fort Collins this week.
You were up there on Tuesday night with Lobo men's basketball, where Victor's 10 points better than Colorado State on the men's side. I thought it was a huge victory for them. I thought the balance in their scoring was something. I thought when they needed to clamp down defensively, you know what you always say, well, we didn't shoot well, and sometimes there's a reason. Colorado State shoots really well. I thought New Mexico defense played pretty well. And then on the men's side, you were there, I love the progression, the growth of JT Rock, the minutes that he's giving you. Bouillon is getting better and better and better, but I think we all expected Bouillon to be a man when it came to league play. But I think the minute, and then when you got added to Javis Miller the other day, here's a guy that flat out, I don't know, a month ago I was doing one of the games, I don't remember which one it was, and like, wow, second game in a row, we got 0 minutes. What happened to Javis Miller? Where's he? He, 6th man of the year in the Summit League, and he fell out of the rotation. And I thought he gave you some big minutes on Tuesday. And, I mean, Jake Hall can just shoot. But what a terrific effort I thought on the road up there. Granted, Colorado State was a little shorthanded, but I thought it was a huge win.
They were down one player, as the Lobos were, in that game. But I thought it was a composed 40 minutes, and they were in control. Even when the game got down to 6 late in the second half, they still felt like they had the advantage. You saw that late play. Bouillon gets the steal, the outlet pass to Chol, which was the exclamation point. But it's something you've noticed all year long with global basketball. Is just the ability to everyone kind of fills their roles, rises to the occasion. And when you can go on the road in conference play and control a game for 40 minutes, that's very impressive.
Never did you feel that was going to get away, did you?
Never felt that way.
How was I know the students were out. You were in the arena. How was the place? Was it dead? Because it felt there were times where they were trying to figure it out, trying to pick it up, but
it's lacking a full student section. That definitely hurts. But it's a reminder, being in that arena. It was a 7:00 tip-off.
Yeah.
Just over 3,000 people. Like, it felt dead at times, man. Yeah. I know Boise State's complaining about what happened last night to them on a late tip-off and having no energy. And just like, man, you get some really good games here at the Pit.
Are they complaining about it?
Yes.
What's the issue?
No one showed up to the game.
And whose fault is that? It's TV's fault. So when they're in the Pac-12, they won't have 9 o'clock starts. They won't
of course
have
not. They'll never tip off at 9 o'clock.
They won't do late TV. Boise State's 1-3 in Mountain West. Their one victory was over New Mexico. Grand Canyon went in there last night and beat them 75-58 and controlled it the whole way. Grand Canyon's going to be in the Pit. It was the next Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it is. But that's a Grand Canyon team who's now 2-1 in league play and has got some ballers. And Jaden Henley went for 22 last night. Makai Williams came off the bench for 16, and the Lopes were in control the whole time. Funny, I was watching a little bit of that game. It looked like the whole lower section was empty. Didn't it look like? Well, you were on the bus. You probably didn't see her on the plane, or you were traveling. You probably didn't catch that. But yeah, it looked that way. In the place, yeah, it looked dead. So they shouldn't have to play 9 o'clock games. Everybody else should. I mean, I don't like the 9 o'clock start anyway. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a big fan. Nobody's a fan. But they're above it because they're Boise State.
Yes.
Where'd the complaints come? I'm just curious. Was it just you guys with thumbs, or
Leon Rice?
It was Leon. What did he say?
Said that it's the worst crowd he's ever seen.
And that was the league's fault, not his people's fault for not coming out.
He didn't say the league or anything, but you just know that's something they're going to add on, and the fans are going to throw out there and see the Mountain West is awful.
With all due respect, when there's a 9 o'clock start at the Pit, and I don't like them either. Crowd's pretty good. People still come out.
That is correct.
They start, at 8 o'clock on the West Coast. Oh, that extra hour's a big deal, Jeff. That's why they got run out of the building. They got handled in their own place, 75-58 by first-year team. But it was okay. So that happened last night. Next up, Saturday, you will get Lobos at Air Force. They will tip at 1 o'clock over on News Radio KKOB. San Diego State's at Fresno State. What do I got on Friday? Did you watch San Diego State Nevada at all the other night?
It did.
That was maybe the best game the Aztecs have played in a while, huh? Because I thought Nevada's been playing well.
Yes, They could complete 40 on the road. And
Yeah.
final 3 minutes, what they did defensively.
I mean, I'm in league play now, and I'm watching that. And then the other one that was a stunner, and not a stunner because of who won and who lost. Wyoming paddled UNLV 98-66 in Laramie. I mean, UNLV is 7-7, 2-1 in the league. They, with all due respect, they shouldn't get beat by 30-something points up there, should they?
No.
I look at some of their losses this year to UT Martin and to Montana and to Tennessee State, and you're just going, what's going on? And then you go, well, wait a minute, dude. You know, they beat Memphis and they beat St. Joe's and they beat Stanford. They make no sense. Josh Pastner and that whole thing, I hope, I almost said I hope they have patience. And I know better because what exactly is patience? But are they the most mind-boggling team? Like, you don't know what you're going to get night in and night out? They are, right?
Yes, when you look at the overall schedule, should they be 30 points worse on the road in Laramie? No, but also early conference schedule is not created equally. And who they beat, going into Laramie, I'm not surprised that Wyoming won that game, but by 30 is where you're just like, oh.
Yeah, that's what
Because I think Wyoming is similar to UNLV, but I think Wyoming is better than UNLV overall.
Okay, and that's what I said. I'm not surprised at the result. I'm surprised at the margin of the result. To lose by 32 up there? And that's a Wyoming team that just got run out of the pit.
Dome of Doom.
All right, we got a lot to do. Chrissy Baines is going to be with us at 9, I think at 9:15 this morning. Is that what I told you? 9:15? The new general manager for the Ice Dogs. John Traub is moved over to a president role, overseeing a bunch of different things with the parent company. And so Chrissy Baines is the new general manager of the Ice Dogs, and looking forward to having a conversation with her coming up at 9:15 as they get ready. 2 months away? I mean, pitchers and catchers report next month. So, and I'm a big Chrissy fan. I like her a lot. So we'll talk to her coming up at 9:15. We got to get you ready for the playoffs, the coaching stuff, the college football playoff. Trey Young got traded yesterday. There is a ton to do. The number to get in today, 505-246-0610. Area code 505-246-0610. Your emails come in this morning, as they always do. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the X _JJ Buck, and on the Facebook, the OD and the AM. Adrian's producing on the TV side. You can watch it there on Xfinity Channel 26. When we get back, latest in the coaching news. John Harbaugh's going to take a little time before he takes some interviews. Why could that be? Well, it's pretty obvious. We'll get there. New year, new you, huh? Or maybe new year, the same old you. You want to get back to the older you. That old you that you used to, have energy. Fellas, you're losing your edge a little bit. Maybe you're gaining weight or feeling tired, struggling to focus, losing muscle, just not feeling like you. All of it could be signs of low testosterone or hormone imbalance. I got a little bit of help for you, and it's all local, and they are wonderful. The team at Vita Vital Medical, they're Albuquerque's experts, specializing in testosterone replacement, ED solutions, and peptide therapy. They help you restore strength, energy, confidence, and performance on and off the field. They're local. They know what works, and they will help you get back in the game with a program that is focused on you. Listen, they take the time to understand your goals. What's going on with you? What's your body telling you? What do you feel like? What's right? What's not right? What do you want to be? And they create a plan that's tailored to you. Don't sit around any longer. Take action today. Feel better now. The number's 505-240-8559, 505-240-8559. Or visit Vita Vital Medical. That's VIDAVITAL, VitaVitalMedical.com. Get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health experts.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso.
So there's currently 6 NFL head coaching jobs open. John Harbaugh is not going to get the one in Baltimore. But he will get one if he wants, probably whichever one he wants. Fired 2 days ago as the head coach of the Ravens after 18 seasons, won a Super Bowl. Whatever you think, is it time, is it not time? It's really up to the owner, and after 18 years, does a message from a coach to a team get old? I don't know. You got different players in there, but really the one that matters, in that being the quarterback. And this coach seemed to have gotten a little, I don't know, twisted in as far as the reception of the signals over the last couple of weeks, maybe even months. So he goes on and said he's not going to take an interview till next week. The Giants' job is one where it seems attractive. There's a young quarterback there. There's draft picks. There's cap space. But what happens next week? If the Buffalo Bills lose on is it Saturday this week to Jacksonville? I think it's Sunday. Which I think you're predicting, right? You think Jacksonville's going to beat them.
Give me Jacksonville on the points.
Huh? That's only a point and a half. So I mean, I think you think they're going to win. Does the Bills' job open? Is that then become the best job available? If the Packers, who've lost 4 in a row, granted mostly without Jordan Love, lose to the Bears, is Matt LaFleur out? Is that a better job? That's what's going on here, isn't it? Now, I almost think he'll wait 2 weeks. Because if the Bills lose in the second round of the playoff, are they going to think that John Harbaugh is better than Sean McDermott? And I think the answer is yes, don't you?
And he would be walking into something that he just left. A team that feels, the coach is holding us back. Is that the case when you dive into it for Baltimore? No. But after 18 seasons, it's the Pittsburgh conversation, right? It's just, is it time? Is something just not clicking? And when you look at Baltimore, the difference for them is they can point at their MVP quarterback, 2-time MVP quarterback, and say, well, why haven't we gotten it done? You have Lamar Jackson. What else do you need? Well, you need a kicker to hit a field goal. You need Mark Andrews to hold on to a football. All these things that go into it, which
Zay Flowers to hold on to.
Zay Flowers, the last few years. But it's 2 things in football. It's head coach and quarterback. It's immediately where you go to for the records that are attached to their name and the changes.
So is Buffalo, because I think you're right, Buffalo seems very similar to Baltimore, where you've got that guy at quarterback and a lot of questions, right, after that. Buffalo runs the ball well. Who's their best receiver? Who are their weapons? And I know we do this all the time, and we can go down the list, and teams that win the Super Bowl sometimes don't have that guy at receiver. I think that might be the most overrated position in regards to judging success.
Especially when you have a quarterback like Josh Allen.
He makes guys better.
He can rise the tide, but you still want a playmaker. You still want a difference maker, because even so, teams have a number 1 target. And whether it's Travis Kelce for Patrick Mahomes, or look at the Eagles with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and a Dallas Goedert. Like, they don't have a difference maker in the receiving corps when you're saying, well, it's Khalil Shakir and Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah. Deion Coleman never became what they wanted to be. I think that's what he's holding out for. Because I believe if the Bills lose to the Jags, don't you think they make the move? They're going to look at
I look at them very similar to the way Baltimore's feeling.
Yeah, we got our quarterback. Why, what's going on? It's a lot harder to find a quarterback of that caliber than it is to find a coach. It's a lot harder. I think John Harbaugh's a terrific coach. I think he's going to end up Buffalo. Green Bay thing is interesting.
I think that would be an awful move.
Buffalo?
For Green Bay.
To fire Matt LaFleur.
I think Harbaugh's good. I don't think he's the coach you fire a successful coach for. I don't get on board with that at all.
And that successful coach would be Matt LaFleur?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Matt LaFleur is doing what Harbaugh's doing. How's Harbaugh going to make Green Bay better? The thing with Harbaugh is, what I like about Harbaugh is he's the guy that can come in, but then he's not going in there and taking your offense to the next level. He's not going in there and taking your defense to the next level. He's a special teams coordinator, CEO. He understands the entire roster. But to me, when I just see all these fan bases the last couple of days going, oh my gosh, I'd fire my dude in a heartbeat for Harbaugh. Okay, then who's he bringing in as his OC? What's he doing that's changing you defensively? It's still about the coordinators with Harbaugh.
So is the Giants the best spot for him? Where do you think he has the most success? Is it instant, or because John Harbaugh's going to get a couple years? If he goes to the Giants, he gets a few years. It's not like it'll be this Raiders thing, and the Raiders aren't the right spot. But there's places, if you believe in Jackson Dart, I mean, certainly Buffalo.
Of the open jobs right now.
And you don't consider Buffalo that, right?
If we're just looking at
the 6 that are open.
The 6 that are open.
Yep.
I'm looking at New York and Atlanta.
I think he's better off in New York. I did.
Because I think Atlanta, now they don't have the upside of a Jackson Dart at the quarterback position, but you're in a division like, is Carolina, Tampa Bay ever going to win 12 games?
Are they ever going to win 9?
So you go in there, you have a really good foundation on both sides of football. Maybe that's the Mac Jones spot for a year.
Are we over Michael Penix now? Because I'm not.
I wouldn't say I'm over him, but you have a quarterback that now has 3 ACL injuries.
And where's Kirk Cousins in this whole?
And Kirk Cousins, they did some contract renegotiating, so it looks like he's probably just going to hit the free agent market this year and be a veteran bounce around for somewhere else.
Okay. Raiders? Raiders have the number 1 pick. Are the Raiders going to try to get Cignetti, you think?
It picked up so much momentum.
I know.
With Rich Eisen throwing it out there, because that's where it started.
I know.
That at this point, if you're Mark Davis, make him say no. Why not?
Why not? Is he the best guy? Can he coach? Is his shtick going to go in the NFL?
I don't think that's going to matter.
Well, what do you mean? It's got to matter.
I think the headlines will matter just as much for the Raiders.
The headlines are the headlines. You win the press conference and you stink again.
Google him, man.
No, I know he wins. Dude wins everywhere. He's won at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, the Redhawks. Been there. Beautiful campus. Go to Pittsburgh, go east, go north. It's there. Great spot. You want me to wear my IUP hat tomorrow? He won at James Madison. He won at Indiana. All places you don't win. I get it. But it's got to matter. Is that going to play in the NFL? All right, where do you think the best spot for Harbaugh is? And because he's getting a job, if he wants a job, he will get a job. So where should it be? Would you? JJ said it, and if whoever your team is, would you fire your coach for Harbaugh? If you're a Steeler fan, you're like, hell yeah, you all are. But if you're a Bronco fan, you're like, no, I wouldn't. If you're a Cowboy fan, not that he's going to, but would you do that?
I would bet that the Cowboy fans say yes.
I think so, too. All right, when we come back, Ole Miss goes tonight. the whole coaching thing, and how does Lane Kiffin come out looking at this? Does it matter? Lane Kiffin won because Lane Kiffin got his job and Lane Kiffin got paid. But when you watch what's going on with the coaches, the players, who's it supposed to be about? Well, the answer is about the student athletes, right? But is it? Watching this whole mess with Ole Miss and the LSU coaches and the portal and who's coaching and who's not, I want to get into that. And I guess that's kind of why I want to see Ole Miss go a little further. I want to see this thing play out to the end. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
For your yards now, don't wait till spring when everybody else is doing it. Do it now. Get that beautiful landscape that you have been yearning for. Call my friends over at LaBarge Landscape. I had them at the house. It's been about probably 3-4 months now, and it still looks great. Like literally every time I pull up to the house, I notice the difference. My yard got away from me in the back, especially. Trees growing, grass was dead, the sprinklers weren't working, stuff everywhere. They came in, and I love it back there. And with the winter that we've been having and the fall that we've been having, I spent a lot of time back there. You can have that as well if you call LaBarge Landscape. You know what you want? You know how you want it to look? They will come out there and they will make it happen. You're not sure what you want, but you know you want to do something with your yards. Have LaBarge Landscape's team of designers come out and create stuff for you. Different designs until you have exactly what it is you and your family are looking for. You're going to get years of enjoyment from a landscape transformation. You will love it, just like I do. Remember this, the people who get to enjoy that new landscape in the spring, that's the people who call LaBarge Landscape now. And if you're just looking for a cleanup, you still have leaves out there that need to be cleaned up or pruning of the shrubs, LaBarge Landscape will do that as well. I'm thrilled that I called them. I couldn't have been happier, and I know you're going to feel the same way. Go to their website. It's LaBarge, L-A-B-A-R-G-E Landscape, LaBargeLandscape.net. Bounce around their gallery, look at some of the beautiful projects they've done. And then give them a call at 505-345-3000, 505-345-3000, and have them come out and take care of you. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It is LaBarge Landscape. Opening drive, 505-246-0610. All right. Ole Miss goes tonight. They play Miami. Was Miami a 3.5-point favorite? I think is the latest I saw. Ole Miss is being coached by their new coach, Pete Golding. You know the story. And, JJ, you put this on here today. Jimbo Fisher was on the ACC network, and he was talking about Lane Kiffin and how this all played out. And I think Lane probably figured he was being a good guy. You know what? Go ahead and coach. They're going to get beat by Georgia anyway, and then get your asses over here and do your new job. Well, now they've won 2 games, and they're in the semifinal, and he's pulling his coaches back. And it kind of looks like Lane Kiffin of old, right? Or at least the appearance or the persona that people thought they had. This is Jimbo Fisher on Lane Kiffin. Quote, "It's selfish. It's what it is. It's stupid. And because here's why I say that. He wanted to coach Ole Miss and thought he didn't get his way. Everybody get on the plane with me or you don't have a job. All right. And he makes them all go. Then he gets down there. He takes a PR hit because it looks bad that you really don't care about the kids. Then he says, okay, you can go back. But here's where he screwed up. He thought they were going to lose to Georgia. The portal thing was all over with, and it was going to be all over with. And he said, I'll look like a hero. Now he's got egg on his face because the real Lane came back out. End quote. We can go with Jimbo Fisher said.
I think Jimbo Fisher echoes a lot of sentiment towards Lane Kiffin. It just highlights just how weird this time of year can be in college athletics. And I agree with the sentiment. Lane Kiffin did not think that this squad was going to be able to get this far and deal with all the noise that is going on. And Lane Kiffin is a good college football villain because at times he can look like the good guy and you enjoy Lane Kiffin and you're like, oh, look at everything he's overcome, and he's
funny.
He's got you said he's got the personality, but man, it's you see him in the shadows and he's got a different edge to him.
Well, I mean, this was about Lane and not about those kids who we left behind. And I don't know how many of them are transferring to Ole Miss once their season's over and they can jump in. Right? I don't know how many will go. But I agree with you. I don't think he thought that they were going to be able to do this without Lane Kiffin. So now Pete Golding is the coach. And I think he's tired of answering the questions. Pete Golding is not the interim coach. He's the head coach at Ole Miss. They're in Arizona for the Verbo Fiesta Bowl today. They're going to play Miami. If they win, they play for a championship. And he's tired of being asked about it. Kiffin leaves. They were 11-1. He goes, takes the job. Golding gets promoted from defensive coordinator. They beat Georgia. Here they are. But he was asked about the departure again yesterday. And he said it couldn't have happened at a better time for the players. This is Pete Golding's quote yesterday. Quote, there was already a culture. Should I do it in a southern accent? That's how it is. Doesn't sound the same, does it? He said, quote, there was already a culture created. They knew the expectation. The only thing that was different was who's running them out of the tunnel. And to be honest with you, I don't think the players give a damn who runs them out of the tunnel. They care about their plan. They care about being held accountable and how they're going to prepare. And they care about people that care about them. That's been the message our players have created. I don't have bleep to say to anybody else. End quote, Pete Golding. I like him more and more every time he opens his mouth.
He's handled this incredibly well of putting the onus on the players in terms of how they've rallied together, not taking credit and trying to insert himself as the main character of this. He's, of course, really important leading the way for that team, but there's no doubt that this is one where you have to take into account how they've been able to rally and put a chip on their shoulder. Like, they were a really good football team.
Yeah.
But you're looking for edges all throughout a season. What's going to help you in this workout? What's going to just keep you motivated for a couple days? And there's no question that Ole Miss has all the motivation that they need.
If you don't have a dog in the fight, you're rooting for them, aren't you? Are they the best story? Although
I think a lot of people are absolutely hopping on the Ole Miss train.
All four stories are really good, I think. I do. I know I told you this the other day. The fact that the U could be back and the way they're playing, and they snuck in, and they had to jump over Notre Dame to get in, and they didn't even make their conference championship game. And yet here they are. They could win this whole thing. The Indiana thing is, I mean, obviously great. They came out of nowhere last year. Signetti and Mendoza and the thing that just the whole what the hell, it's Indiana and this football, and that Oregon's never won it. Oregon, they flashed the O, and Ryan, Ryan, our media guy, Ryan was telling my nephew who goes to Oregon, yeah, that's that you guys flashed that O. That's for how many national championships he's won. What he keeps telling me. He's right. He's right. All right, for Ole Miss, Golding confirmed yesterday that offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr. and their running backs coach Kevin Smith will coach tonight. However, tight ends coach and their co-offensive coordinator Joe Cox and the receiver coach, their passing game coordinator George McDonald, will not coach. All four of them are joining Lane Kiffin's staff at LSU. They all coach to the quarterfinals. 2 will, 2 will not. Like, what happens if they win tonight? They go and play on the 19th. Quote from Golding, he said, they have another job that's paying them, and they have a responsibility. And if this time, the way the calendar is now, they have 35 guys that are in the portal, and they have to build a team. Do they want to be here? You're damn right they do. If they got a job to do, they've got to build a team where they're at, end quote. He added that Ole Miss has plenty of people to help coach. It is the weirdest thing, man. When they hand out rings, let's say they win, does Lane Kiffin get a ring?
No. If I'm Ole Miss, I am not paying for a ring for Lane Kiffin. You made your choice.
Yeah. And this too will pass, right? I mean, this was Lane Kiffin made this decision for the long term, not for the short term. This wasn't about short. I think he knew. Well, maybe he didn't. I think he knew he had a pretty good team. I don't know if he knew that they were good enough to maybe win a national championship. Obviously, he went to LSU thinking that he's got a way better chance to win national championship. Is this? We won't know the answer to this for 15 years. Was this the best chance Lane Kiffin had to win a national championship? Right?
Yep.
I mean, let's watch LSU over the next bunch of years, and he was hired to get him there. But this team that he's got is pretty damn good. Now, I don't know if they can outscore Miami. Like, they're going to have to go toe-to-toe with Miami. This is the best defense they've seen. Who'd Miami beat the other day?
Well, you get Ole Miss. You know what? They moved the football against Georgia.
Yeah, everybody. No, they're going to move the football. You've said it. You get down the storylines for these teams. I think this is a fantastic matchup because I think Ole Miss is going to create some explosive plays, and the way Miami has really transformed into this ground and pound defensive juggernaut in the playoffs has been fun to watch. I told you I got to see Miami twice in person over the last couple of years, and it's just a different feel. I don't know what it felt like back in the day being there, when the U was there. Mario Cristobal isn't ready to say the U is back, but I don't know, man. If you don't have a dog in the fight, like who you pulling for in the college football playoff? Where are you leaning? Because the Indiana story is really cool. Are you rooting for the ACC in Miami because you don't want the SEC and the Big Ten to get all the glory? And the U being back would be really cool. Are you rooting for the kids at Ole Miss because of all the crap they've been through? And, I mean, for me, these kids putting their head down and going fighting through all the crap. Look, the day they lose, as soon as they lose or their season ends, I don't know how many of those kids are jumping in the portal, but it's their time. How many are going to go? Who's their loyalty to now? Is it to Lane Kiffin? If they win a championship there, dude, do you think that team just completely implodes?
I don't think so, but the reality is the portal is so enticing.
Well, Chambliss said he's staying, right?
Chambliss is in.
Well,
if he can get the year back, which I'm sure he will at this point. If you play JUCO, you're going to get yourself other years of coaching. But playing, excuse me, it's one where you'd love to say, hey, they're going to all run it back if they win a championship. I think there's a ton of them that just go in the portal just because it's what you do.
Or just go to LSU. When we get back, he signed a deal to stay where he is in college football. Pretty lucrative by every account. Then he said, never mind, I'm going in the portal. And that school said, no, you're not. This could end up being that case you've been looking for to put some guardrails on it. Maybe, or maybe not. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Channel.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
How do guys keep transferring? How much money's there? The portal. I don't know if this is where it ends, but it's going to be certainly an interesting one to watch. Washington star quarterback, the University of Washington, Damon Williams, announced that he was entering the transfer portal. He did that on Tuesday night. He did so with a do not contact tag. He said, I have to do what's best for me in my future. as he did that, it came just days after he signed a new deal to return to Washington for 2026. The Huskies say they are going to pursue any and all legal avenues to enforce the terms of that contract. Big Ten met yesterday, all the athletic directors, and they're all backing what Washington does. CBS said LSU is one of the teams to watch as Williams explores his options in the portal. Tigers need a quarterback. JJ, this is one where I don't know that he's ever going to play at Washington again, but they cannot let him out. There's got to be something. You signed a deal like, what was the kid at UNLV, right? The quarterback a few quarterbacks ago, and they just got another one yesterday. But said that he was promised, this was when Barry Odom was there, he was promised a bunch of money. He played 3-4 games and bailed. If there's a contract, then the schools are going to have to pay the money that's in the contract. When a young man signs a contract, and they've all got representation, there's got to be some teeth. There's got to be some binding to that contract. Don't you agree?
I agree, but this isn't going to change anything. He signed the contract for 4 days. How much money exchanged hands? What is the potential damages if you're Washington that you argue and say in the case? Like, I understand it, but there's no precedent until there's organization. Like, this is not going to be something that this changes X for X moving forward.
So contracts,
no,
they can't mean anything. Why?
What's it mean when there's no player organization, there's no unions, there's
but if
nothing
it's a
to hold
legal document that is agreed upon by you and them, by two parties, and I don't care if it's a land contract when you sell a piece of land, or you sell a car, or you agree. I mean, when you sign a contract, an employment contract, and I know these aren't employees, but whatever it happens to be, how is there no ramification? So we're signing papers. It only works because you got to pay me what you say you're going to pay me, but so it's one way.
Pretty much.
Why
that's
is
why
that
they're
okay?
losing all. It's not okay. But until someone steps up, and again, who's they? What's this system?
Right.
The players are winning all these. The lawyers are winning all these.
You think the player's going to win this one?
Yes,
I don't.
It happened at Georgia. Recently, the same thing happened, and like a contract was signed, player got out of it, and they didn't. Georgia was trying to hold them accountable, and they went nowhere.
I hope Washington plays hardball and makes this as uncomfortable on this young man as possible. There's got to be something, not just to your word, but to the legal document that you signed.
But the problem is, how legal are these documents?
I mean, I haven't seen the
like
document.
they're all just kind of different for everyone, and there's not a.
Well, this one was a form. The Big Ten has the same one that they use for everything.
Like, I'm with you. I share the sentiment, but until there's actual contracts opposed to, well, this, we kind of signed a rev share deal, but then there's these are going to be lawsuits that these schools still cannot.
By the way, Lane Kiffin's right in the middle of this one too. Lane Kiffin's the one supposedly at LSU who's trying to get this young man, because he thought he had Trinidad Chambliss coming to him, and Trinidad Chambliss, if he gets his extra year, is going to stay.
I thought he had Sorsby coming to him.
Yeah, Sorsby, right? And Sorsby went to
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. Yeah. Nebraska got Anthony Colandrea, the Mountain West Conference Offensive Player of the Year at UNLV. He leaves UNLV, goes to Nebraska. Nebraska gets a guy, JJ, who in Jackson Arnold, who was, when he came out, was like the #1 quarterback, right? He was the National Gatorade Player of the Year when he came out of high school. Now, he's been disappointing in 2 stops in college, and this will be his 3rd stop. But I look at it, and I'm like, all right. I mean, UNLV's got him. Mullen's been really good with quarterbacks. I mean, everywhere from Tebow to Dak Prescott to Anthony Colandrea. He gets a hold of this guy. This is your league next year. This is the Mountain West Conference. I mean, that's a pretty big get for UNLV, don't you think?
It's a gigantic get that you were able to attract a quarterback of that caliber that, even though he was disappointing versus the hype and expectations that were with him.
At both Oklahoma and Auburn.
Sure, there were still plenty of interested parties in a former top 3 recruit overall, former #1 quarterback in the class, and you get him to come to the New Look Mountain West.
Yeah. No, I think, look, Mullen can recruit. They've got the facilities that are really nice there. They're playing in an NFL stadium. They feel that they firmly believe that they can be the Group of 5 representative. I know they felt that way this year. They were 10-2, right? Who did they lose to? They lost to New Mexico and Boise, right? And then they lost the championship. They ended up 10-4 and lose their bowl game too. But I don't know what their non-conference schedule is. I'll find it for you. But if you look at them, and I know New Mexico fans going, relax, we're gonna win the Mountain West. But if you think UNLV is the favorite next year, why not them for the college football playoff?
They can be in the mix. I think the challenge for UNLV, New Mexico, and Hawaii, if they keep the quarterback around, those are teams that you look at and probably favor next year in the Mountain West Conference. You said it's going to be kind of the strength of the league, and where does that get you rankings-wise?
So non-conference, these aren't all non-conference anymore. They'll play this is UNLV, they play North Texas on the road, Akron on the road, they get Cal at home. They had Northern Illinois and UTEP scheduled, which are now both league games. So they're going to have to go out and do something about it. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Cal's nice. They're a good ACC team. So you think the player's going to win this? If Washington continues to press this legally, you think the player wins?
Yeah.
Then why are we Then why sign it? Then why sign anything?
I'm with you. None of it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of that, man. I think Washington's got a lot to lean on here.
Unless there's a buyout clause in there, because I'm sure in 4 days they didn't exchange a bunch of money.
I don't care how much was exchanged.
Okay, but also you're trying to prove a point. Is that dude going to show up and play quarterback for you then?
I don't think he's playing quarterback in Washington again. I'd rather him sit out. I need to prove a point. Yeah, you can't abuse me like that. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games.
With 6 locations serving Albuquerque, let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to
be from pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows.
JJ Buck.
I was just reading the comments from Leon Rice, the Boise State head coach, after his team lost last night at home big to Grand Canyon. Called it the worst crowd he's ever seen. It was a neutral court game. Blamed the crowd, and then the people just lit him up on the social media. It's one of those. How long has he been there?
As they should light him up. And you know who didn't have a hangover after that triple overtime game, which a lot of people are pointing to, is the Aztecs, who went on the road and then won after that?
On the road in Reno against a team that was playing really good. Yeah.
The night before?
Yeah. Yeah. Against a team that was playing really well. And that was a 9 o'clock start, too, wasn't it? Well, 8 o'clock on the West Coast. 9 o'clock. Yeah. They didn't like, so it's the 9 o'clock start's fault, and it was, because the crowd shot 32%. All right, it's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. Emails come in this morning. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. We're talking about the portal and the quarterback at the University of Washington, Damon Williams, who signed a deal and then set him in the portal, and Washington's trying to hold him to it, and they should, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know that it's going to make a big difference, but at some point there's got to, you sign a deal, man. It's the real world. There's got to be something that's buying. You're shaking your head at me saying it's not the real world.
It's not the real world.
I mean, when you're giving real world money, what's he making, $4 million to play quarterback?
Yeah, that's the problem. The athletes are getting the rev share without any of the consequences. And I know you're advocating for consequences in this, but until the system changes, these schools are not winning these. Well, they're not.
When I'm paying you $4 million, or I'm giving you $4 million, or I don't even care if the money's been exchanged. When I've committed to giving you $4 million to play quarterback, and everything else that goes into it, and you sign the deal, you don't get to get out of it 3-4 days later. You just don't. That's a signed deal. That's the real world. And I don't know what we're teaching people anymore.
Can I come after the school when they tell me that they don't want to give me my scholarship for the next year?
It's a 1-year deal, isn't it? Isn't it one? They're all 1-year deals now, right?
Then we need to stop hiding behind that.
Behind
formally announce that.
Behind what?
The whole everyone's scholarship, loyalty, this or that.
I think it's out there now. Everything's a 1-year deal.
Then let's make it a system where you can sign 1, 2, 3-year deals. Like I
agree with
stop
that.
having these
but
situations.
But got to have teeth. If you sign them, then you've got to be bound to them.
Yeah, but it can't just be case by case. There's got to be a national, and that's why I'm with you. I think this stinks, but I don't think this goes anywhere in favor for Washington.
So you think a young man should be able to say, with representation, sign a deal, put his name on a document with his lawyers, I've committed for next year to play here, you're paying me $4 million. And 4 days later to say, yeah, no, I'm out. And at a funeral, he was at a funeral, and put it on social media, yeah, I'm dipping. That's how this should go. That's the real world.
That's college athletics.
It can't be. It just can't be.
And then the NCAA needs to grow here and start attacking these
That's what Washington's
lawyers and
trying to do. And that's what
but they can't do it by themselves.
No, I agree. And that's why the Big Ten came in behind it. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Edward.
Good morning, gentlemen. Great content, subject matter, as always. Before I talk about college, I want to say something about the NFL, and this is the slim margins in the NFL. I'm going to speak to one team. I think the Buffalo Bills, who are 1.5-point favorites going to Jacksonville, I think if they lose that game, they're going to fire their coach and restructure their organization. I think if they win that game, they're going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl and with a great chance to win it. And that's the schizophrenia of the NFL. I think that game's going to be probably the best game of the weekend. But again, if they lose that game with Josh Allen having kind of what they call a clear path to the Super Bowl, which I don't think is a clear path. I think if he wins it, they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I think if they lose it, they're going to fire their coach. So just kind of a bold prediction in the NFL. Maybe I'll call tomorrow and we'll talk about the other games.
Yeah, I don't know. The path isn't as clear. The path isn't clear. I mean, they still got to get through Denver and or New England after that. I don't think it's a clear path. What you're saying is Lamar and Patrick Mahomes aren't there, so people will say, well, he's got to win it this year.
Yeah, their words, not mine or yours, right? Now, I do listen intently to your show because I think it's one of the most fascinating shows, in several cities that I visit. And earlier this week you said Edward likes to root for the favorites. And that may be true in some semblance, but, Jeff, I rooted hard for the San Diego State Aztecs a few years ago to win the NCAA championship.
Fair.
I've always rooted for Butler and Gonzaga. Now, you and I were born in the late 60s. And here's why I have a problem with NCAA college basketball. So Texas Western, a.k.a. UTEP, won the national championship 60 years ago in 1966. You know how many teams have won the NCAA championship out of a non-power conference in our lifetime, Jeff? Almost 6 decades.
I want to say one, and it was UNLV.
Two. If you want to count Marquette, and Marquette was from a major conference.
But they're in the Big East.
19,
the Big East is a
yeah,
major
they were.
conference.
I don't know what they were back in 1977 when Al McGuire coached them. Yeah. But I rooted for DePaul when they went to the Final Four, and they had a kid from Albuquerque playing. I think it was 79 or 80, and they made it to the Final Four. And then UNLV, which was NIL before NIL became NIL. So they all got paid. Now, I want to say this. In the movie Batman with the Joker, when Heath Ledger won an Academy Award, he said, "I'm not crazy. I'm just a little ahead of the curve," right? I told you guys months ago that's what's going to happen in NCAA is players are going to go to the NBA and NFL and not going to make it, and they're going to come back to college. Mm-hmm. And you guess who was talking about this past week? John Calipari, or maybe it was a few weeks ago. John Calipari said, guys are going to go to the NBA and not make it, and they're going to come back and sign deals to play in college. I'm going to reiterate, I'm not crazy, I'm just ahead of the curve. Another quote from the Joker in that movie is, if you introduce chaos into the establishment, everybody freaks out. And that's what's going on in NCAA. What we knew 5, 10, 15 years ago, you almost have to completely forget what you think you know about the NCAA because, one, they have no more leverage and they have no more power. And it's going to probably dissipate completely. And so what you're watching is free agency, professional sports, and we're just seeing the precipice of it. We're in the it's going to blow wide open. And you have to just embrace it and understand what it is, and they're all going to be developmental leagues for each other. And this is my last point. Just like the style of play in the NFL, because there's 14 teams left, and I would say 11 or 12 of the quarterbacks are mobile quarterbacks. There was decades where only pocket quarterbacks would win the NFL championship. Now, 11 of the 14 or 12 of the 14 are mobile quarterbacks. So the style of play has moved upward into the NFL. In the same way, we're going to see some contractual things that happen in college make their way to the NFL. Mark it down. Anyway, those are my thoughts. You guys can expand on them. Have a delightful day.
You think if Buffalo wins this weekend, they're going to win? They're going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. They're still going to have to go through Denver and Orleans.
For me, I don't look at it as, well, they have the best quarterback. They have to win because Denver and New England are bringing pretty good defenses to the table.
Really? Better than Buffalo. Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. You're coming in now, 505-246-0610. Your email is Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Let's do this. Coming up in about, what are we doing, about an hour and 5 minutes, Chrissy Bain's going to be with us. She's the new general manager for your Albuquerque Ice. You can get there. I'm looking forward to the conversation with her. She was introduced yesterday as the new GM. She's been with the club for quite some time, so we'll get there. I want to get into the playoffs a little bit. I want to get into games tonight, Ole Miss and Miami. But, yeah, if you get your thoughts on this portal stuff, and specifically the DeMont Williams deal at Washington, like JJ says, these contracts aren't enforceable. I don't know that that's right. I'm not a lawyer, but there's got to be a point where you sign an agreement.
The problem is Edward used it in his call. He's like, it's professional. It's not professional. No professional league in the world operates a college athletics.
Correct. No,
and that's the problem.
Yes. There's no protection for the organization/institution. None. And in every other professional league there is. Well, Jeff, it's not a professional league. Well, it kind of is. I mean, the definition of professional is getting paid to do a service. Is that not right? You're a pro landscaper. You're coming in and doing my yard. You're a professional broadcaster. Supposedly you're getting paid to do the game, right? You're a professional player. You're getting paid to play. So 505-246-0610. You got playoffs, hoops, hockey. Great time of year to be a sports fan. The calendar is packed. It's a great time to be playing Prize Picks as well. Whether you're starting a new routine in the beginning of the year, making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard, but in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. High-pressure playoff matchups every weekend. Elite hoops almost every night, and action never stops. Prize Picks lets you take control. So download the Prize Picks app, play lineups of 2 to 6 players, pick more or less, watch the games, and when you're right, you win. And now Prize Picks is offering early payouts. If your player gets off to a hot start, you've got the option to cash out your winnings before the game even ends. It's tremendous. And if you can find your community on Prize Picks as well. What does that mean? With the new social feeds feature, how about that? You can share Prize Picks with your friends. You can copy lineups from winners with one single click. Download the Prize Picks app. Start playing. Have fun. Use the code KNML. That'll get you $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's code KNML. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It is good to be right.
This report is...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows.
Fiesta Bowl. That'll be Ole Miss, and that'll be Miami. Tomorrow night, you get the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Indiana and, as my mom says, Oregon. I don't know like that. Makes me laugh. All right, 505-246-0610. Lobo women were winners last night, 66-59 up in Fort Collins. JJ was there. Mountain West last night. Grand Canyon laid it on Boise State in Boise. James says, I agree with Leon Rice. Jeff, Philly fans are going to lose their mind when they realize Lady Lobo's big game at the Aztec starts at noon next Wednesday, especially when we're coming off of Christmas break where there were no games. Really, are they? I might be able to poke my ear up against the radio for a few minutes at lunch, but I can't watch that. I got big business meetings starting at 1. James.
You know why they make those decisions, James? And I appreciate you supporting women's basketball. It's because not enough people support women's basketball. So they're like, why are we going to play this game at 7 o'clock when we can have field trip day and more people show up?
Yep. And you're there every year for that game. They always play New Mexico.
It always seems to be us.
Yeah. Your record's not very good against it, is it?
Won in San Diego last year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Dan says the JJ crossover effect, returning Jeffrey. It seems like a lot of folks that correspond with his award-winning OD now also contribute to BV show. How many of those have followed Juan Jose over to the big stage? Has there been a study done? How many people are following you over to his show? You done a study yet?
Probably 0.
Bill says, mediocrity, don't know what's come over me. Jeff, I couldn't make the presser yesterday. Was there anything new? Was there talk about winning? Talking about the Isotopes. I heard an insane stat the other day, correct me if I'm wrong, about but baseball has finished last or next to last in your league for 10 straight seasons. They spent like 8 days above 500 in the 2020. Frank, maybe my nickname is wrong. The franchise needs to improve a lot to get to mediocrity. So I was out yesterday, but I didn't get to the press conference, and I know you were out of town. We'll talk to Christy. I don't know if there was a lot of talk about winning.
They can't control it, man. Like, is it really that hard to wrap your head around that?
It is.
The people that run a minor league franchise, do they want to win? Absolutely. But winning is not driving revenue for a minor league baseball franchise.
Would it drive more if they did win?
Maybe get a bump late in the season, but not much.
I mean, they're still leading the league in attendance every year anyway.
It's just baseball in the summer with chili races and great giveaways.
Dude, the chili race is great.
Yes.
See the chili race at the bowl game? People went nuts. We used their chilies.
That was a good move, by the way.
You like that?
Yes.
The 100-yard dash? Red chili won. I was on red. I was up in one of the suites. I was doing my rounds at that point, and they got into it, man. And then the whole crowd, we'll do that again. Thanks to the New Mexico Early Learning Academy for sponsoring that. This one says, it's from Carl, Lobo football's new recruits, the Memphis Mafia. Jeff, you watch people start to steal that name from Carl, just like they did Timex Terry, just like they did the Four Horsemen. Right. Put on a t-shirt. Jeremy says, time for another all-new edition of JJ Buck, Get Off My Rocks. Jeff, the office bathroom is not your personal laboratory. Get in there, take care of business, and get out. It isn't a phone booth. You aren't a bush. You don't need to plant yourself in the toilet until spring. What's etiquette in a work bathroom? And I ask you this because every time I go into the one at my other office, there's this one dude sitting in the handicap throne, watching some video. I don't know the language that he's listening to it, but it's like, it's audible. And dude's there for, I don't know, I go in, do my thing, get out. But he's always there.
I think etiquette is if there's other people in the restroom, do not have something blaring on your phone. Unless you're trying to cover something up. But
fair enough. I mean, that totally sense. All right. Hey, we didn't get to hear. Trae Young got traded. Trae Young's been wanting to get traded. He was on the Hawks. Now he's on the Wizards. Last time I saw somebody want to go to the Wizards was, I don't know, never. What? Trae Young.
You don't like us, Trae? Here's the Wizards.
Trae Young for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. That's who the Hawks get. He's been the face of the franchise of the Hawks for, I don't know, 7 years. Tell me why. I mean, he's a good player. He's exciting. He was great in the playoffs when they were beating the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. I'm sorry. I was watching this as blockbuster trade yesterday, and I just can't see it as a blockbuster.
It's not a blockbuster trade because Trae Young's not a franchise player.
Thank you.
Trae Young, could he be the third best player on a championship caliber team?
Yeah, but he's on
That's
the
debatable.
Or he's on the Wizards.
Okay, but you're trying to figure out who Trae Young is. And for him now, he's going to be what Russell Westbrook was when Kevin Durant left OKC. And it's just going to be stat lines and nothing else. Because he's small.
Yep.
Yeah, he can shoot, but he's not going to do anything for you defensively. And if you're talking about actually building a team that could win multiple rounds in the playoffs, he's probably going to be your third best player. And I don't think Washington's ever going to get there.
Yeah.
So this was really a move, even with Washington acquiring the salary of Trae Young, it actually opens up salary space for both these teams moving forward. I think Atlanta's happy. And they have some very interesting young players on their roster, and they try to figure out, hey, how can we go win a playoff series?
Okay. I mean, he wanted out, and it's just a weird place to want to go. It just feels like purgatory. But, okay. All right. So that happened yesterday in the NBA. I watched Victor Wembanyama a little bit last week. Beat the Lakers. The Spurs are really, really interesting. I haven't watched a ton of NBA. You know, it's like it's somewhat of a cycle for me. If I've got the option of watching college basketball, I watched Richard Pitino and Xavier lose at Marquette last night.
1 point?
Yeah, they're struggling. But if I got the option, I'm probably watching college instead of the NBA right now. San Antonio beat the Lakers 107-91. Kind of close to getting halfway through. San Antonio is the number 2 team. They didn't make the playoffs last year, right? They're the number 2 team in the West behind Oklahoma City. Then Denver, then the Lakers. San Antonio can win this whole damn thing, can't they?
Nope.
You don't think so? Why not?
Because they haven't been there, done that yet.
Okay.
Isn't that what we always talk about? You have to learn how to win in the playoffs.
Yeah, but did Oklahoma City do that?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I guess they did. They climbed. So they got to get in and win around.
It just always happens.
Yeah, it does.
I'm of the sort of, well, if you're there, you have the opportunity, but it has played out. You can go back and look at the Warriors.
Oh, that's true.
Early on, OKC taking their lumps, even the Nuggets before they went to the NBA Finals. Like, it always takes a year or two before you can make that push fully through the playoffs.
All right, when we get back, Dante Moore is Oregon's quarterback. We'll talk to Jerry Palm about this. Dante Moore said, I'd rather go back to Oregon another year than play for the Jets. They're a football atrocity. I want to get into that. We'll talk to Jerry Palm from Palm Brackets. That's next as we get into all that's going on. I want his thoughts on the DeMond Williams thing. The quarterback at Washington who signed a paper. I mean, is it a contract or is it not? Jerry Palm's next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Hour.
Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride barbecue chicken and ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations.
National semifinals in college football start tonight. The Verbo Fiesta Bowl, Ole Miss in Miami. Tomorrow night, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Indiana and Oregon. Ole Miss is a 3-point dog tonight. The opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. We'll get back to the phone calls. Coming up in a bit, we catch up with our good friend who runs Palm Brackets. You should check that out every day. It should be on your rotation. It's great hoop and basketball, or hoop and football content. Jerry Palm joins us. Happy New Year, Jerry Palm. How you living?
All right. How are you?
Wishing I kind of was in Arizona tonight. I love this matchup. But before we get there, I want to get into portal stuff. We were just having this conversation. The Damon Williams situation. You familiar with the quarterback at Washington?
No.
All right. So Damon Williams, the quarterback at Washington. All right. So he's the quarterback at Washington who signed an NIL agreement to stay at Washington, and 4 days later announced on his social media that he's going into the portal, and LSU evidently wants him, and Washington is going to try to hold him to a contract. I sit there and say, he signed a contract. It should be legally binding. They should not.
You would think. Right?
Where do you think? I mean, we've had a few cases. JJ talked about the Georgia situation. Does something like that? I mean, where do you think it ends up? Whether he plays at Washington or not, they should fight like hell to not let him out. Don't you think?
It's a bad situation. All employment contracts can be a problem. You probably have one. I had one. It's if you have an employment contract and you want to leave, you have an employment contract. You have to you have to negotiate leaving, and if the school doesn't want him to leave, if they expect him to be their quarterback, and and then he's got a contract.
But therein lies the issue: are they employees? Right? We've had this conversation constantly.
Well,
are they employees?
If you have a contract, contracts are contracts, whether you're an employee or not.
That's what I think.
Legally, you have a contract. So the contract says that you play football and you get paid for it. So I don't know if they pay taxes on it or not. I mean, that's kind of what employees, contractors, whatever. But that's the deal. We're giving you money and you're going to play football for us. Well, now if he wants out of the deal and they don't want to let him out, then I guess that's where lawyers get involved. But I don't see how he can play for someone else when he's still under contract for Washington.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to watch this. And JJ, you feel that there's no guardrails, that these contracts, there's no precedent, right?
Yeah, there's no precedent in college football, but there's precedent in all over the place.
Yes.
Employment contract, which whether this is that or not, whether he's a contractor or an actual employee, contracts like this are all over the place in all kinds of business. So, it's not like, they wouldn't know how to deal with such a thing. It's new to college football.
All right, what do you like tonight? I think every story, all four of these teams are really good. I mean, the Ole Miss story, just with the coaching change, the way the kids have fought it out, and I think it's a great story. Miami, is the U back, great story. Indiana coming out of nowhere, a couple of years ago with Cignetti and Mendoza, great story. Oregon, never been there. I think it's a pretty good story. To start tonight, Ole Miss and Miami, the Miami defense is really, 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 really good. Ole Miss scores a ton of points. Can they score enough to beat Miami?
Boy. I would say probably yes, that they can. Miami's faced some pretty prolific offenses, and they usually do a pretty good job with them. Like A&M is a pretty prolific offense, and they held them down really well. And the weather helped, I think, that day, but helped both defenses. But yeah, they can hold Ole Miss down. I don't know if Miami's going to score enough. I like Ole Miss to win. I trust their offense, and but both of these teams really have good mojo going as everybody this time of year, and playing with a lot of confidence. But I just think Ole Miss has too many weapons.
What do you make of the whole coaching situation? And I think Lane probably left LSU figuring, they'll play one game, I'll get all my coaches back, I'll look like the good guy, let those guys coach, and here they are. I mean, hell, if they win tonight, he's got another 10 days that team's going to continue. I think Lane tried to be a good guy, and reality hit. They all got a job to do, as Pete Golding had to say.
Yeah, it's and again, that's another contract situation, right? These guys signed contracts that started in the middle of the playoff, not expecting to be there. So that's a weird situation. Two of the four coaches left, right? Do I understand correctly?
Yeah. Yes. Two of them are going to coach, and two are gone back over to LSU.
Yeah. So if Ole Miss wins, that's an awkward situation, to say the least. But it already is an awkward situation. Oh, yes. But that's just bad decision making, right? The guys are signing contracts for a job that you're signing a contract to leave your job when your team might still be playing. You just don't replace coordinators on January 1st, like you can, unless of course your team's not playing. But in this situation, you can't just change coordinators in the middle, and yet that's the situation they could find themselves in if they win this game.
Jerry Palm joining us this morning on the opening drive, so we get a rematch of Indiana and Oregon. The Hoosiers were victorious at Oregon by 10 points. What can change for Oregon in this matchup?
Getting better players than they had the first time. And I don't mean that as a slight to Oregon's roster, because they're obviously an outstanding team with great players. But you just have to execute better. And that's hard to do because Indiana feels inevitable, don't they? They're the first team to figure out how to win with a month off before they played. That's just, that they've been a machine all season long. Ohio State played them tough. I think they had one other relatively close game. But, otherwise, I don't know what you do to Indiana. And I don't mean to slight Oregon, but you're going to have to play at a very high level if you're going to win this game. And you may even need a little help or force some help.
You're in that state.
Not anymore, but most of my life.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Where are you now?
Sorry.
Where are you?
I'm currently in Alabama.
All right.
But my wife and I are living the RV life right now, so we're going to bounce around.
It's good living. Are people buying into it? Is it still kind of surreal?
Oh, yeah. Indiana?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, I mean, everybody's on board. And it's weird, because football, even for the first year that Cignetti was there, maybe even year and a half, I mean, it was still an afterthought. Like the students were leaving at halftime. Still, because that's what they've always done. And even to that first season when they had just great record and were dominating everybody in sight, they still, it took them half a season to figure out, maybe we should stick around and watch some of this. It's a completely different athletic culture for them than what they're used to. They're used to being a basketball school, and basketball, hasn't won a national title since 1987, and they've had good seasons since then, of course. But they're not close to what they were in their heyday at this time. And like I said, it's still a good team, but it's not the same. And now you've got this, major sport that you've never been good at. And it happened overnight. Yeah. Like, they were terrible. And then the next year, they win 11 games or 10 games. It's a lot to wrap your head around, but Indiana fans are all over it. The state is crazy about it. It's wall-to-wall IU coverage. They took it looked like a great crowd to the Rose Bowl, which you'd expect, because they hadn't been there in 50 years. So yeah, they're really all on board in the state of Indiana, except for, of course, the Purdue fans.
Is there a real fear that Cignetti will leave for the NFL?
Well, I mean, I guess it would not be surprising if they came and talked to him. The NFL people, they should. He's been really successful, but the college game's very different than the pro game. And not just on the field, but just how rosters are built and all of that. So it's not an easy transition. Some have made it. Some have done well, like Pete Carroll's done well in both. But it's a difficult, transition. The game is just different. I'm not saying he can't do it. He'd probably be, he might very well be great as an NFL coach. And if I'm an NFL general manager, that's the guy I'd want to talk to.
Jerry, what impressed you the most about just the way Indiana plays?
Their defense is always on. They're always playing full speed. There are no plays off. They've got talent all over the place. They play with a lot of confidence on both sides of the ball. But the defense, man, they really hit you, and they enjoy it. In a sense, it's like watching the way the 85 Bears played. Not the same level of quality, because that's asking too much, but, I'm old enough, to remember the 85 Bears, and that defense just never stops coming after you. And that's Indiana's defense. They never stop coming after you. And obviously they have great skill on offense, too. You've got the Heisman Trophy winner in Mendoza, and they've got great guys around him. So, but the thing that really impresses me most is the ferocity of their defense.
It's something, and the turnaround, the overnight, it's been big. You know, I was thinking,
you can't do that in any other.
No, well,
you know, you can't build rosters like this anywhere else. Not in football, anyway.
Well, it's with the portal now, and it's kind of crazy year to year what's happening, and everybody, you know, you bring in 50 to 70 new guys. It's bonkers. Hey, you know, I was looking at this. The ACC has been getting hit, and it's all about the SEC and the Big Ten. If Miami wins, that's gigantic for that league, isn't it? I mean, this is a team that didn't even make their conference championship game.
Yes.
It legitimizes them, at least in their own minds.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. It would definitely be a huge, huge win for the ACC for Miami to win it, even though the rest of the league really didn't perform well. And Miami didn't even win the league. They didn't get to play to win the league. But it still would be a great accomplishment for the league, something to really hang their hat on and try and build some momentum to get back going in the right direction for the ACC. It might be hard, even if they win, because the finances are what they are. But, it would be huge for the ACC if Miami could win this.
All right, you going to watch from the RV, or are you pulling to an establishment? How do you watch the game tonight?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say probably having to go find a place to watch. I think we can watch them here, but we've been in it now for like 3 days. We're still figuring some stuff out.
Where are you going? Have you mapped it? Do you know where you're going?
We are currently in Alabama. We're going to go to Florida. We're taking the side trip to L.A. We're not driving to see Purdue out there. They play USC and UCLA a couple days apart, and but then after that, we'll be back in our home area for part of March. My son graduates in May. The tournament's up in Indy, so we're going to be in that part of the world in the spring.
All right. Well, safe travels. We'll catch up with you next week. Read them every day. It's Palm Brackets is the website. PALM Brackets. Great info, great content. Safe travels. We'll catch you next week, Jerry.
All right. Thanks.
Be well. He is Jerry Palm, and he's now the mobile. He's a rambling man. Who knew?
Mobile.
He's just living out of the RV. I mean, that's good living, right? To where you want to go. No contract.
Just on the road again.
Yeah. All right. Chrissy Bain's going to be with us at 9:15. She is the new general manager of your Ice Tubs. You can respond to anything Jerry had to say. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, With 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
I'm a Blaze.
Well, this is not a surprise to me, although does it surprise you? Breaking news, NFL. There is now a 7th official opening for a head coach. The Dolphins have fired Mike McDaniel. You weren't certain this was going to happen. I was fairly certain this was going to happen. This would surprise you a bit?
A bit on the meter, because why'd you wait so long? And I think why they waited was
3-4 days.
No, the season's been over for them for a little while.
Well,
so this could have been decided on much sooner.
So you think this is to go after Harbaugh?
127%.
What if they don't get him?
Well, then they can still say they're ready to start over because it was a clean slate. They're in the GM search and head coach search.
And probably in the quarterbacks. Right? Tua said that he's open to a fresh start somewhere else.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's going to be a lot harder to move Tua because of that contract and to eat all that dead cap money because nobody's going to take that contract in a trade.
You're done with him. You got to cut him and eat it. It's Russell Wilson in Denver.
Yes. McDaniel met with reporters Monday. That was the day after the season actually really ended. Said he'd be part of the team's interviews to hire a new general manager, but Stephen Ross met with McDaniel this week. They talked about the season. They reflected. Ross decided to move on. This is Adam Schefter. 7-10 were the Dolphins this year. I'm going to tell you this. I don't think that roster was very good. And it starts at quarterback, and the quarterback wasn't very good. See, that, of all of them, this was the one I think we all agreed on. When they went out and paid Tua, we all universally said this one's wrong. Right?
Yeah, that should have been the Baker, Mayfield, Sam Darnold deal.
Mid-30s, upper 30s, as opposed to $50 million. That's probably who he is, right? Although I would take Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold before I took Tua. Like there's honestly, and I've told you this for 2 years, at least 2 years, maybe more. Tua's the head injuries, the size, just like Tua freshman year at Alabama was the thing. Remember tank for Tua was a thing?
Yeah, it was out there.
That was a thing. I'm not sure outside of the Raiders there's a quarterback situation. The Browns is tough, but I mean, again, give me the upside that might be there with Shedeur right now, because I know what Tua is and what he's not. Who's got a worse quarterback situation than the Dolphins? And so that goes to the Harbaugh thing. Why would Harbaugh go there? Because the weather? Why would he go there?
That's at this point, what, $100 million question?
Probably.
Yeah, he is in control right now of playing the waiting game, seeing what happens, and having his pick of the litter.
I mean, Arizona's got a tough situation, too, because it's Jacoby Brissett. They're done with Kyler Murray. I would take Tyler Shuck and the upside that's there, and the Saints have said he's going to be their guy going forward. I would take what might be with Cleveland. I mean, there's not a lot of situations. The Raiders have a bad situation. I don't think think he's done. But yeah, that was the death of that whole organization in the immediate. You know, when Dak signed, we all could understand a little bit of it, whether you thought it was the right move or not. This one, we all literally said, "What are we doing?" All right, I gotta hold through the break. Is that what's going on here? Yeah, because you're playing the music. All right, if you're there, stay there. What your thoughts? 505-246-0610. Chrissy Bain's going to be with us at 9:15. She's the general manager of the Isotopes. Talk to her about the new gig and her ascension in the organization. More on the firing of the Dolphins head coach, the Verbo Fiesta Bowls tonight as well. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride barbecue chicken and ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rare.
Signal to that they are going after John Harbaugh. That's why they waited so long. That's why they waited till now. They're going to make the move and say. And I don't know why Harbaugh. If the Bills open, I don't know why that's better than the Giants. I mean,
is it better? No, but it's the make them say no. It's the whole conversation of would Kirk Cignetti take this job? Should he make the move? Or make them say no.
Fair. All right, Rudy. Good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Thanks for holding. Hello, Rudy.
Good morning. So thinking about nicknames, I don't want Bullion to get out of here before we have a nickname for him. So how about the Croatian sensation?
Okay. Not bad.
Throwing it out there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. He's been amazing. The guy's really smooth around the basket, and you don't think that he's actually can get to those rebounds, and somehow he does. The guy's just one of those guys. He knows how to position his body to get to the ball. So if he can keep throwing down double-doubles, that's good for this team. And last night, I don't get, maybe JJ can clue me in, I don't get what happens to UNM sometimes. But I think it's on the defensive end, because all of a sudden they locked in the fourth quarter once they went down by 6 and just came storming back and kind of blew Colorado State away. Is it defense or what's going on, JJ?
Well, it's the fact that Colorado State's good, and it's basketball. It's as cliche as it gets. It's a game of runs, and you have to match it up, defensive possessions with shots. And when you are able to hit some shots and play some defense, that's how you can have a 24-18 fourth quarter.
Yeah, and how do you pronounce that gal's name? Abracadabra is what I started saying. He's really good.
It was magic last night.
She was. Boy, that last three-pointer, that was from the parking lot. I was like, no. Oh, great shot. So congratulations to the ladies, because I think, does that pull them in a tie for first place?
San Diego State hasn't lost yet.
Their game back is San Diego State and UNLV are 5-0.
Okay, so they get to go to San Diego State now, right?
No, they have Nevada this weekend.
Oh, Nevada? Okay. Okay.
Reno in the pit on Saturday. All right, see you, Rudy. 505-246-0610. Lobo women win last night. 66-59. They finished on a 24-11 run. JJ was up there. It was Layla Abdurakib is what he was trying to say. And
Abracadabra worked.
Yeah, Abdurakib,
Made magic.
Abracadabra, and Joanna Magalesh. Is that right? She gave me the lesson. I thought I was doing it right. Magalesh. How do you say it?
Magalesh.
All right, Magalesh. Yeah. Those were big for you. 2 points did Colorado State score in a quarter last night, which is crazy to me.
It's not.
It should be.
Well, why? Here's the thing. It's a 10-minute stretch.
Yeah.
Is it any different than, say, you're watching a men's game and there's 8 or 9 minutes
they scored 2 points
a team that goes on?
Yes. Yeah, at that point you just
it looks worse when it's a quarter, but it's similar to if the Lobo men went on, a 10-0 run over like 8 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, and you just kind of go, what on earth? Yeah. All right, I want to hit this. Dante Moore, the Oregon quarterback. He's going to play tomorrow in the Verbo Peach Bowl, and then pretty soon we'll get a word whether or not he's coming out and going into the draft. If he does, he's projected to be the second overall pick, the second quarterback available. That might be the Jets. Quote, I'd go back to college before I played for the Jets. They are a football atrocity. They're awful. That was Stephen A. Smith talking about that. Not Dante Moore. Stephen A. Smith talked about it. I don't know that the player would ever say something like that, although it would be something if he did. I don't know that, like, when you're going to be the number one quarterback or number two quarterback take, almost always you're going to a situation where they earned that pick, right? That means they're not good. And very rarely do you have the Jaden Daniels turnaround that you had with Washington a year ago where they got to the NFC Championship after earning the second overall pick. Now, he got hurt this year, and they went back to being sub-mediocre. That's a hell of a statement for a guy. I mean, Stephen A. Smith, he's got his platform. But I don't know that, I mean, as I watch the reaction to that, there's a lot of, you know what, he's damn right. He's damn right. If you're Dante Moore, you looking at the board and saying, man, where do I want to go? And he's going to make good money at Oregon if he stays there, right? It's not like
You can look at the board all you want, but what has changed is you can make money, and a very large amount of money, staying in college football. So you can play that game and go, I'm not going to declare because I don't want to get drafted by this team. Well, guess what? That team is going to have another high pick next year. So when you are drafted, you're going to get drafted most likely by a poor franchise.
That's how it works, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's why they've earned that draft pick. The Jets have the number 2 pick. Raiders are probably going to take Fernando Mendoza. And then it's the Jets and the Cardinals. It's all teams who need quarterbacks, right? I mean, they're all 3-14. They're all bad teams. The top 3 teams all need a quarterback, and it's not a quarterback-rich draft. Do you buy Fernando Mendoza is going to turn our franchise around? Because I don't. I just don't.
He does not have the buzz or hype of these other guys, but
he wins.
He wins. Stability is not bad. If you're able to build something around Fernando Mendoza, like I watch him, he can make the throws. Does he wow you? No, and I guess that would be, well, don't waste your number 1 overall pick on him. Just get who you think the best available college football player is, because you need talent regardless. But I think Mendoza could be a guy that provides you some stability. None of these dudes, Trevor Lawrence didn't come in and win 12 games.
And he was the guy who was the can't miss. And it's taken, 5-6 years?
It's a franchise thing. Yes, you need a good quarterback, but it's also going in and understanding, hey, how are we going to build it up? Caleb Williams first year, and by the way, it's been quiet, that dude that kept calling up and saying he was a bust, right? You need,
They'll call him next week if Green Bay beats him.
But I mean, like, am I wowed by Mendoza? No, but could I look at him and say you can win games with him in the NFL? Yes. Tyler Shuck, at the end of the season, some development, some time. You win games late.
Saints are in now. Saints are in on Tyler Shuck for next year.
So to me, it's one where it takes a step back and go, I could see Fernando Mendoza being a winning quarterback, because I look at him and it's like, how is that not kind of Brock Purdy-esque? Like, he doesn't wow you with talent,
That's
but
fair. That's totally fair.
the guy that's
totally
stable,
He's
make
very
the throws.
Brock Purdy-esque. Yeah. Except for he won't
And
be the last pick of the draft.
with any of these guys, it's the quarterback's not going to save you. The Jaden Daniels one was the perfect storm for that franchise. If it all working, they did a good job in the veteran free agents. But yeah, you look at these teams, the Raiders, he's not going to step in there and win 10 games in year 1. Same thing for the Jets.
All right. One other NFL note. So I told you Mike McDaniel has been fired as the head coach of the Dolphins. The Buccaneers are going to stay with their head coach, Todd Bowles. He's not, at least, I mean, they say that now. But they did fire their offensive coordinator, Josh Brizard, and their quarterback coach, Thad Lewis. Those are the guys who are going to take the hit. Okay. They win their last game. They're probably not firing anybody. They're in the playoffs. They're 9-8. But they did win their last game, so they're 8-9. But if Atlanta, or New Orleans would have won their last game, because then they'd have been in the playoffs.
As a team that their success has hurt them, because their last 2 offensive coordinators are head coaches in the NFL. Canales in Carolina and Liam Cohen in Jacksonville.
Liam Cohen's been great. He's coach of the year, right? Him or Mike McDonald?
To me, that's the battle.
Canales did a hell of a job, too. Won a division. All right, when we get back, we're going to talk some baseball. Chrissy Baines is going to be with us. She is the new general manager of your Albuquerque Astros. Officially announced yesterday. It's been known in the inner circles for a little while. What's she going to do? How'd she get there? Who is she? You might not know her. I think you're going to enjoy her. That is coming up next. Hey, fellas, you want to be you again? Feeling a little sluggish, losing your edge a little bit, gaining some weight, feeling tired, maybe losing muscle or struggling to focus. Just not you anymore, right? Could be signs of low testosterone or hormone imbalance. The team at Vita Vital Medical is here to help you. Vita Vital Medical are Albuquerque's experts specializing In testosterone replacement therapy, ED solutions, and peptide therapy, they will help you restore your strength, your energy, your confidence, and your performance. They're local. They're right here in Albuquerque. They know what works, and they will help you get back in the game with a program that is focused on you. They take the time. They listen to you. They understand your goals. So you meet with them. There's not just, hey, here's some plan. Go take it. Go do it. No, they're going to listen to you. What's going on with your body? How do you feel? Who do you want to be? And then they will create a plan that is tailored to you, and it will work. Don't sit on the sidelines anymore. Take action today and feel better now. The number is 505-240-8559. 505-240-8559. Or you can visit Vita Vital Medical. It's V-I-D as in David A, V-I-T as in Thomas A-L, medical. VitaVitalMedical.com. New year, get you back. Get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health experts.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you.
I've been heard here on these Sports Animals, the flagship station. They've had 2 general managers, one of them serving for the last 22 years. And a change was announced yesterday. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, thanks for being with us this morning. On the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. John Traub has been the general manager for the last 22 years and been here the entire time the club has been here since moving from Calgary. Is going to take on a new role as president with the parent club that owns not only the Isotopes but many other minor league baseball teams. And so Chrissy Baines was announced formally yesterday as the new general manager of the Albuquerque Isotopes. Just the 3rd general manager in the history of the club, and she joins us this morning on the Sports Animal. Congratulations, my friend. Really, really happy for you. How you doing?
Hey, Jeff. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. I haven't quite gotten used to hearing that general manager term yet.
It'll take a second, right? And you got to get new business cards, and you got to move into the big office. But it's got to sound nice. And I know the work is ahead of you, and titles, I've always thought titles don't mean much. It's what you do and what are the results and with whom do you work. But it's got to sound nice as your career moved on, and let's be honest, a woman playing in a man's world in professional sports to earn this position, to achieve this opportunity, it's got to, when you look in the mirror, when you sit down with those who you love and you talk about it, there's got to be something that says, all right, we have a lot to do. You have accomplished something.
Yeah, for sure. I think that for the Isotopes, and you know this, and everyone in this community knows this, that we have built, what we have built here at Isotopes Park has just been something special. And John's 23 years here, my 22, it's something that we are all incredibly proud of. And it's funny what you just said, because I mentioned in my speech yesterday that it's certainly not about one single person. It is entirely about this staff. And to be honest, I would not have taken this role if it were not for all the people within these walls.
I think that minor league baseball is really transient. People come and go, and certainly that's true there. But the core of what you have built there, when I look at you and John, and certainly, Nick, what he contributed for so many years. Adam Beggs, who's been
Nicky.
there. Yeah,
you have to bring up Uncle Nicky. Well, I brought him up yesterday.
Yeah, no, I kind of walk into that ballpark and don't think about him. But there's something. This is not common in minor league baseball, where staff stays around for 15, 18, 22 years.
That is certainly true. Part of this is that we are a family business, and I think that is certainly what has kept all of us here and all of us together. I've had several opportunities over the course of my career to leave earlier, to go be a GM at an earlier stage of my life, and I always resisted that opportunity because there was something special that just held me back here in Albuquerque and to continue with the Isotopes. And now, looking ahead, certainly excited to sit in the chair and continue to lead this team.
We all have a passion for something that pushes us a certain direction in our careers, and sometimes you don't exactly know where you're going to end up. But when you started your single-A baseball, Savannah Sand Gnats, what did you want to do? Where did you think you would go in your career?
Honestly, early on, I thought when I first started in this business, my goal was to be a general manager for a baseball team. As my career evolved, to be honest with you, then I kind of got away from that for, I feel like, quite some time. I digging into the weeds of retail and to ticketing. But once I moved into the assistant GM role here in 2015, I do feel like I started to have a change in my mentality and all the things that John was including me in on, as well as Nick and Ken Young, our previous owner. And so I definitely feel it was a natural progression for me then to finally get into the GM role.
And what's it like at this level in your minor league baseball, where you guys are fans and you want that team to win, but a lot of that, of course, is out of control with what the Rockies are going to do player-wise, but being able to balance, hey, there's baseball, you want that product to be good, but you also have to be about the fans in the environment that you guys have every day.
Absolutely. John and I talk about this all the time. We have been so successful from a business perspective here with the Isotopes. And I joke about this all the time, but I would love also, we would all love to have a winning team on this field and bring in some championship rings for all of us, that's for sure. The Colorado Rockies have definitely made some cultural changes at their management level, and we're certainly hoping to have a phenomenal team on the field. But for us and for my role and for what we do as a business here, it is all about the fan experience. It is about the incredible lineup of promotions that we put together, whether that's mariachis, dollar dog nights, nacho average Wednesdays. We're certainly excited as a team to put forth our best effort and continue to build upon this foundation and the overall success of the team.
Chrissy Baines is with us. She's the new general manager of the Isotopes here on the Sports Animal. I heard you say that we're going to build on what John does, but there's going to be a Chrissy Baines flavor. So what does that mean? What will the fan notice a little bit differently now that Chrissy Baines is the general manager as opposed to John Traub?
I said this yesterday in an interview, and it made someone laugh really hard. I think, first of all, the difference between John and I is I look very different than John Traub, first and foremost. But that is a great question, and I think that's something that our entire team that we will evolve into. I'm super proud, like I said, been here for 22 years, and we have certainly built that foundation. We're here to make that foundation stronger, and there are certainly things that we can improve upon as a business, whether that's, overall affordability for the team. That is, like I said, putting together and building upon some of these incredible promotional nights that we have. My goal, and has always been our goal, is to make sure that Orbit and our staff, that we are in this community and we are doing community appearances and school appearances. And those are certainly things that's my passion. And that is why I absolutely love this community and I love this team. And I want to make sure that we are being as visible as possible in this community.
I know someone who runs an event in this town, and John always gives me, and Uncle Nicky used to tell me all the time, what did he tell me? Well, you got one game, one game a year. Oh, one game. How tough can it be? Right? But you can never take anything for granted. And no matter how successful you've been, right? It's you got 70-something games a year, so it's what am I going to do tomorrow?
75.
Right? Yeah, that's 70-something. See. But what am I going to do tomorrow, right? And I know that's how you have to look at it. Like, we had a game 2 weeks ago, and we're evaluating everything we've done, and I know you do the same thing. So as you sit with your team, how do you stay with all the success, everything except for winning, and you can't control that, right? We get the email every day. Why can't they win? Why won't they win? They got to do something, and that's out of your control. But as you sit with your team and you evaluate, what's the most important thing, and how do you decide to make changes or keep things somewhat similar?
What we ask the staff and what we will meet about as a staff is, how do we engage? How do we engage with this community? How do we build promotions that fans can interact with? What's going to make you come back, not only just for 1, 2, 3 games? What are promotions that are going to make you come back for 50, 60, 75 games? Those are the conversations that we have with the staff. What's going to make people feel special, feel important when they come through these gates. Those are the conversations that we have with this staff.
Now, I'm hearing a lot of "don't mess with Happy" in this conversation, and when you look at, of course, the core of people you get to work with, it's also the city you've bought into and watching the growth of Albuquerque, and becoming a New Mexican. What has that been like for you?
It was quite a shift for me. I will be honest with you. When I took this job, I moved out to Albuquerque. I had 3 car accidents in 3 months. I totaled my car. I broke my arm. And I thought, why in the world did I move to New Mexico? After I got settled in, I then learned that this is a place that I may not ever leave. I absolutely love it. I love the weather. I love the climate. I love the community, the people here, the culture. The food is unbelievable. And most of all, I love this team. I love wearing an Isotopes logo. And I'm super proud of it, proud of what we built here. And I'm happy to be here.
Which is your favorite logo of all of them? You got the A, you got the I logo.
That's a good
Then you've got
question.
the Duke City logos and the cheeseburger logos and the mariachis logo. Which is the favorite one? The Porque logo.
I love our 505 logo.
You like that one?
Our City Roots collection that we unveiled last season has been phenomenal, but I am absolutely biased to the mariachis. The logo, the identity, the culture that represents, it's just been something incredibly special for us. And the mariachi lineup that we have coming up this season is superb, and by far, I think, one of the best that we've had.
Nice. She's Christy Baines with us just for a few more minutes, the new general manager for the Isotopes. As we move forward, I think we'd be remiss if we don't acknowledge what John did, and I consider John a good friend of mine, and I know you do too. But 22 years of what he did, yeah. How do you explain? And John's not retiring, and I know he'll be around, but not on a daily basis, and so we'll still see him. But it's different. How do you explain what John Schraub did for this community over the last 23 years?
Josh, in our press conference yesterday, our broadcaster, he really said it perfectly in that John has been our detailed person. He always asks us all the questions. Are we doing this correct in a press conference? Are we setting up correct promotional lineup? He always asks a million questions. I think I've learned that from him, and we all know what to expect. He has built a tremendous relationship with Major League Baseball, with every affiliate team that we've had here. And John, I'm certainly so grateful, and John knows this. I tell him all the time, I'm glad you didn't just throw in your keys and walk away from this business, because he will be a huge mentor for me and for the rest of the staff as we get going.
Yeah, good people do good things. You talked about Major League Baseball in relationships, and Rockies are your affiliate. How long is that? I ask you this from the competitive standpoint, knowing where they are. How involved, will you be in regards to affiliation agreements moving forward and those sorts of things when they come up? And I don't even know the status of the current one now. And is it important? I know the geographical tie was always big. The Dodgers are tied into Oklahoma City, and that's always been a long-term thing here for so many people who've been around for years. But how involved will you be in that, and what do you see the future of the affiliation?
To be honest with you, I mean, for what I do, we're really here to make sure that our facilities are top-notch for these players that come into here. We want to make sure that they're welcoming, that they've been welcomed into this community. We've made some major upgrades, obviously, to the clubhouse, to the facilities, to the workout room. We want to make sure that our clubhouses are top-notch for them to ensure that their players are the most comfortable in this space. And we want this to be a true development ground for them. As far as my negotiations with that, I don't believe that I have a lot of say-so necessarily in that piece of it, but our jobs here are to certainly work with them and ensure that they are, like I said, welcomed in this facility. And this is the best training facility for them.
Will your parents still be sitting kind of right behind our seats? Because I really enjoy your parents.
So that's my in-laws.
Oh,
and
your
yes,
in-laws.
They
Okay.
will.
All right.
They were also here at the press conference yesterday.
Beautiful.
They're obviously super excited, and I'm very grateful for all the support.
No, we really enjoyed them. Hey, I know we'll do this a lot, but congratulations. Super
Thank
stoked
you.
for you. Somebody told me when I got my first TV job, all right, you haven't done anything yet. You just got the job. Now you got to go do it. And I think, I think for you, no, it's different. I think you've done a lot. Yeah, you got a big, it's all, a lot in front of you, but this is well earned. This is the respect that you've got, not just inside the organization, but in the community is apparent, and it is right, and it is valid. And I know you will succeed. So congratulations to you. Best of luck. And I know we'll catch up soon.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
See you. She is Chrissy Baines. She is the general manager. I think it's cool, man. Somebody who worked her way up. And I don't think it's lost. A woman in a man's world. I mean, pro sports is a man's world. And I understand there's 15 women general managers in minor league baseball. But to watch a good, competent, strong-willed person, let alone woman, rise in a man's world, I think there's a lot to it. And I'm stoked for her, and I'm excited to see what she does. Do you know her at all?
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting to know her a little bit more.
Yeah, no, she's good people. All right, you can respond to any of that. 505-246-0610. I'll reset the big story. There is breaking news in the NFL. Hit that when we get back on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Network.
The support as one family.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Big. Dolphins have fired Mike McDaniel, their head coach. So there are now 7 jobs officially open. Let's see what happens. Somebody's going to lose this weekend. If the Bills or the Packers lose in the first round, do you think that those teams win? I think the common sentiment is, yeah, probably. 505-246-0610. Omar says, Jeff, on the Dallas Cowboys, when I hear Coach Jerry Jones talk about retiring with the most championship belts ever, I drool all over my keyboard. That's why Omar jumped back on the bandwagon. Okay? He can talk all he wants. He's got to win one, doesn't he? He's going to retire with the most ever. When do you see them winning one soon? If they draft well, they could be in a good place next year. If they shore up their defense, they could be in a good place next year, the Cowboys. Do they franchise George Pickens? How are they keeping George? There's no way you're paying him long-term when you have CeeDee Lamb under that deal, right?
I don't think that would be a good football move.
It would be a bad move. So do they?
Because then you're just the Bengal.
So 100%. So do they franchise him? I mean, he's not going to like that, but that's why the franchise tag is there. According to your argument, Jeff, Fernando Lobo needed to stay throughout his contract with UNL. So that's not right. Fernando Lobo had a buyout, and from everything I understand, the $800,000 buyout will be paid. I don't believe there was a buyout. He's talking about the deal with Damon Williams, the quarterback at Washington. So to this texter, Danny, I believe your name's Danny. So Danny, the contracts, if a guy signs on and says, I'm going to take the NIL deal, I'm going to be here next year, he should be able to bail in 4 days? That's how that should be? I mean, it's okay if that's how you think. I don't understand it. In Fernando Lobo's contract that you referred to, there is a clause that says if you leave, it's an $800,000 buyout this time, and the compensation changes. To my understanding, there wasn't anything like that in the agreement between Damon Williams and the University of Washington. So, not really, no. Nobody stays through the entirety of their contract. You sign a 1-year deal and bail on it 4 days later. Shouldn't there be something? You're going to take the money that they're going to give you. Oh wait, I got a better deal. I'm going to dip.
What if you didn't take any money?
I don't think it matters.
And that's the system's broken.
Well,
Washington can fight this, but it changes nothing for anyone else. It does not, because until there's a system where there's contracts and buyouts for players, because they're trying to have their cake and eat it and get the icing,
the players,
and never eat their vegetables.
The players
and the lawyers are helping them along the way because they're getting paid for all these lawsuits.
Well, sure they are. But if you sign a document, aren't you bound to a document? You and I are.
College athletics isn't living in the world right now. None of it is operating like anything else.
It's operating in the world. It's got to live within the world. And this is where it's going to get really interesting. I mean, you have lawyers on both sides. What is a legal document then? I don't even know. Like if I sell you a plot of land, and we do it on a contract, then you have to pay me X number of dollars every month for the next 4 years, and I get a balloon payment.
Yeah, but there's precedent in that. There's precedent to none of this in college athletics.
Well, at some point there needs to be. And maybe this can be the precedent. I mean, we wave our arms all we want. And every day there's another coach that comes out. Oh, it's out of control. Oh, it's out of control.
I'm looking at these guys.
So Washington's trying to. That's what I'm saying.
But they can't do it by themselves.
But the Big Ten got behind them. The Big Ten completely. They had a meeting of the athletic directors. I believe it was yesterday, and everybody said, "Yep, we're in." They're using, from what I understand, a uniform document in the Big Ten. I mean, they're at least trying to figure something out.
Yes, but I appreciate that, and I like that. And then go to the SEC, and then go to the ACC, and say, let's all have universal documents then, and start
that have some teeth to it,
to where the players, and it goes both ways, because and I've had some comments too from people saying, you know what, athletic scholarships are not supposed to be one and done, and then so you need a system where there's some uniformity across.
Ned sent me a text. He said on the scholarships, actually, technically, you have a 4-year scholarship that the school cannot pull unless you're academically ineligible. If you're academically ineligible, schools cannot pull your football scholarship just because you are a bad athlete. They missed on athletically. The NCAA has lots of leverage with eligibility and cheating, so they are not totally useless as some people may have you want to believe. Okay.
But none of it's being enforced and from them at NCAA level, and this is what's frustrating about it, because I'm with you. It's like you sign a document and do it, but we're in a world where none of these documents matter in college athletics.
Well, here's the other
that's
side.
Incredibly frustrating.
What about the other side? If, and the report is it's LSU, should LSU be allowed to go after a guy who just signed with another school? I mean, the athlete, the student athlete, the individual, in my opinion, should say, you know what, that'd be cool, but I just signed. I'm legally, I just signed. I can't do this. But from the other side, should another institution, LSU, reportedly here, be able to go after a quarterback who 4 days ago or 3 days ago or a month ago signed to play somewhere else? In the NFL, you can't do that. And you said this earlier, in no other sports league organization, period, is that permissible. So I give it to Washington for trying to reel this in, for trying to stand tall on this, for trying to bring this back and do something.
But my thing in this is, okay, if it works out for Washington, is this just going to be then everyone using this individual case to fight a bunch of legal battles over and over and over, or when is the sport as a whole going to step up? When are these coaches that love to talk in the media about don't poach my players, don't do this, don't do that, going to actually say, hey, let's at one of these conventions that we're all hanging out at, try to get something done for the sport?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're 100% right. But instead of everybody just talking about it every flipping day, every day there's another coach coming out, well, this is what we've created. And whether it's basketball, because I don't think basketball is all that different, by the way, from football. I know we want to say, well, football is different, and it is in a lot of respects. But basketball, in this regard, is no different. And every day I hear another guy, another coach, I think it was Mario Cristobal yesterday, saying, the adults need to get in the room, and they're blame the adults for the portal, what's going on. It happened. Okay, fine. Everybody wants to tell you what's wrong, and nobody wants to tell you how to make it right. And that's why I give the Washington Huskies and the University of Washington a lot of credit for trying to stand up and say, damn it, there's a document here. This student athlete signed a contract 4 days ago. We're not letting him out. All right, I've got to take this break. I got to hold this call through. 505-246-0610. If you're there, stay there. We'll get you when we get back on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Hour.
This is a Westwood.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's Go to the Burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We'll be seeing that a lot more, so I just wanted to chime in on that.
Yep, totally agree. Thank you, man. Anthony, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Anthony.
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? 100% disagree with all of you guys.
Okay.
There is another professional sport that allows this, and it's called college coaching and college athletic directors. They sign contracts every single day. They break their contracts. They move on when they get offered more money. What's the difference between them breaking their contracts and the kids? So if you don't want them to break your contract, you should start putting in buyouts in these contracts, because if an athletic director can leave Colorado for more money, if a football coach can leave to Utah State for more money, if a college basketball coach can leave to Xavier for more money, why can't these young men leave? You sign a contract, but you're not even signing with the university, from what I understand. You're signing it with a collective.
No, that used to be
the
that way.
university probably doesn't even have any standing.
No, it's not that way. Revenue sharing is not that way anymore. Your point's right, and the key word was buyout there. Because there needs to be something to protect the institution. And
okay,
so
then say the same thing about college athletic directors and coaches.
Well, there
They
is.
should be
There
able to
is.
protect them.
There is.
No, there's not. Coach Lovo then signed a 5-year contract. He left after one.
Yeah, but there was an
Where's
$800,000
Okay.
buyout, so the school at least
Then
got
put that-
something.
So you agree if we put that in the contract with these young men, buyouts, then that's fine. Then you're okay. Then you agree with me. Then.
Yeah, but there's got to be yes, I
Okay,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, but there wasn't.
Okay,
and
so
yeah. Okay.
No, there was. That's on the university. The university should have signed one. They know they protect themselves with athletic directors and head coaches. You better start protecting yourself with these players, because they're gonna. For all right, man. You get offered $3 million from Ohio State, and then LSU wants to give you $6 the next day. I mean, it's their right to go take the $6. We and you and everybody else would leave a job today if we got offered double the money.
If we could, yeah.
So,
yeah, if we could.
But protect yourself, universities, because these kids are going to start doing these. Well, not kids. These are all young men. As a matter of fact, half these guys are making more money than I make now. I spent 25 years building a company, and now these guys are making twice as what I make.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, I
crazy,
appreciate you, man. No, thanks. Look, I don't disagree with it. And if you want to put in buyouts, then there's got to be a buyout. At some point, the institution has to be protected too, don't you think?
And then that can go in whatever contract you're writing up.
And there's
and
a
if they
buyout.
don't want to agree to it, then you don't have a contract.
Then you don't sign it. But yeah, when Fernando Lobo left, there was what, $800,000. Was it $1 million when Bronco left? I don't remember what the buyout was. But yeah, there was money that goes to the institution because there's damage that's done to the institution. They've got to, yes, all that's in there. And so what he's saying is, then put buyouts in there, put that language in there. I have way less of a problem with that if that was the case. But I do have a problem, and I don't know, man. 4 days to 1 year, is there a difference? To me, there is. To me, there is. But I understand his point. You know, Fernando Lobo preached loyalty, and then, 13 months later he was done. So did Bronco, 11 months later. I hear that. So why can't these student athletes do it as well as what he's saying? And if there wasn't, and I haven't seen the contract, I've just read about the contract. If there was no buyout written in, well, then shouldn't it be binding? That's all. But JJ, you're right on this too. They're going to have to figure something out in regards to what's a universal contract, because in most pro sports, now the ADs don't sign universal contracts. They're all different. The institutions all have different contracts. But I think for the most part, they're universally the same. Agents, the agent for the coach at this school is the same agent for coaches at schools all over America. So, but all right. Who you got tonight?
Miami.
All right. I think you're probably right. I'll go Ole Miss though, just in case. The thank you to Chrissy Baines and to Jerry Palm. They're both with us today. The Herd with Colin Coward is next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas will be in at 4. We're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning. We'll start at 7 a.m. Adrian, produced on the TV side, looks great. He is J.J. Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the